When you think about air superiority, you're thinking about machines that can outfly, outgun, and outsmart anything else in the sky. These aren't just aircraft. They're billion-dollar weapons systems that represent the absolute peak of what human engineering can achieve when national security is on the line. We're talking about jets that can break the sound barrier in a blink of an eye, carry enough firepower to level a small city, and disappear from enemy radar like ghosts. Some of these machines have been battle-tested in real combat. Others are so new and so advanced that even talking about their full capabilities is classified. So buckle up, because in this video, we are looking at 10 of the most powerful fighter jets in the world, why exactly these fighter jets rule the skies, and why pilots who fly them are among the most respected warriors on the planet. Let's kick things off with Europe's answer to American air dominance. The Eurofighter Typhoon is what happens when four nations, the UK, Germany, Italy, and Spain, decide to pool their resources and build something that can go toe-to-toe with anything Russia or America can throw at it. This jet can hit speeds of Mach 2, which translates to about 1,550 miles per hour. But speed alone doesn't win dogfights. What makes the Typhoon dangerous is its agility. The aircraft uses a delta wing design with canards, those small wings near the cockpit, that give it incredible maneuverability. When a Typhoon pilot wants to turn, the jet responds instantly. No lag, no delay. The Typhoon carries a 27mm Mauser cannon and can be loaded with air-to-air missiles like the MBDA Meteor, which has a range of over 100 kilometers. That means a Typhoon can shoot down enemy aircraft before they even know they're being targeted. Add in its ability to carry precision-guided bombs and anti-ship missiles, and you've got a jet that's as good at air superiority as it is at ground attack. Over 550 Typhoons have been built since the program started, and they're currently in service with 9 air forces around the world. The jet has seen combat in Libya and Syria, proving it can handle real-world pressure, and with upgrades constantly being rolled out, including improved radar systems and electronic warfare capabilities, the Typhoon isn't going anywhere anytime soon. So that's number 10. But things are about to get a lot more intense. France doesn't play by anyone else's rules. And the Rafale proves it. When European nations were collaborating on the Eurofighter, France said thanks, but no thanks, and went off to build their own jet. And honestly, they nailed it. The Rafale is smaller and lighter than the Typhoon, but don't let that fool you. This jet is built for versatility. It can operate from aircraft carriers, something the Typhoon can't do, which makes it insanely valuable for France's naval operations. The Rafale can take off from a carrier deck, fly deep into enemy territory, hit multiple targets, and make it back home without breaking a sweat. Top speed sits at Mach 1.8, and the jet can carry over 21,000 pounds of weapons across 14 hardpoints. That's an absurd amount of firepower for a medium-sized fighter. The Rafale has been used extensively in combat over Afghanistan, Mali, Iraq, and Syria. French pilots have racked up thousands of combat hours in this jet, and it's earned a reputation for being reliable and lethal. But here's where it gets interesting. The Rafale's Thales RBE-2 radar can track 40 targets simultaneously and engage 4 of them at once. So if you're an enemy pilot and you're anywhere near a Rafale, you're already being watched, and by the time you realize it, you're probably already dead. Now let's talk about a jet that's been around for decades, but still terrifies enemies. The F-15 Eagle has been in service since 1976, and in nearly 50 years of operation, it has never lost a single air-to-air combat engagement, not one. That's over 100 confirmed kills against enemy aircraft with 0 losses in dogfights. Let that sink in. This jet was designed with one mission in mind: achieve and maintain air superiority. And it does that better than almost anything else flying. The F-15 can reach speeds of Mach 2.5, making it one of the fastest fighters ever built. It climbs at a rate of 50,000 feet per minute, which means it can go from ground level to cruising altitude faster than most people can finish a cup of coffee. The F-15's twin Pratt and Whitney engines produce 48,000 pounds of thrust combined. That kind of power gives the jet an incredible thrust-to-weight ratio, meaning it can accelerate vertically without losing speed. Pilots pilots described flying the F-15 as having way too much power and loving every second of it. Armament includes an M61 Vulcan cannon and up to 8 air-to-air missiles. The AIM-120 AMRAAM missiles it carries have a range of over 100 kilometers and can hit targets moving faster than the speed of sound. The radar system, especially in the newer F-15EX variants, can detect targets over 200 miles away. Over 1,200 F-15s have been built, and they're still being produced today. The F-15EX, the latest variant, includes upgraded avionics, fly-by-wire controls, and the ability to carry hypersonic weapons. So even though this jet's design is decades old, it's still at the cutting edge of air combat technology. But as impressive as the F-15 is, there's one Russian jet that still gives American pilots nightmares. Russia knows how to build fighters that scare people, and the Su-35 is their masterpiece. This jet is what you get when you take the already legendary Su-27 and upgrade absolutely everything. Better engines, better radar, better weapons. The result is a jet that's so agile it seems to defy physics. The Su-35 uses thrust vectoring nozzles, which means the jet can literally point its engines in different directions mid-flight. This allows for maneuvers that Western jets simply can't replicate. The Su-35 can perform the Pugachev's Cobra, a maneuver where the jet pitches its nose up to a 90-degree angle while maintaining forward momentum. It looks impossible, but Su-35 pilots do it routinely. Top speed is Mach 2.25, and the jet has a combat radius of over 1,000 miles. The Urbis-E radar system can track 30 targets at once and engage 8 of them simultaneously. It can also detect stealth aircraft at shorter ranges, which makes the Su-35 a serious threat even to 5th-generation fighters. Armament includes a 30mm cannon and up to 17,600 pounds of weapons. The Su-35 can carry the R-77 air-to-air missile, which has a range of 110 kilometers, and the R-37M long-range missile, which can hit targets up to 400 kilometers away. That's further than most Western missiles can even dream of reaching. China and Indonesia have both purchased Su-35s, and the jet has been deployed in Syria where it's been used to assert Russian air superiority. Western intelligence agencies take this jet very seriously, and for good reason. Speaking of serious threats, let's talk about China's entry into the elite fighter club. For decades, only America had true 5th-generation stealth fighters. Then China showed up with the J-20 and changed the conversation completely. This jet is China's first stealth fighter, and it represents a massive leap forward in their aviation capabilities. The J-20 is big, really big. It's one of the largest fighter jets ever built, which gives it exceptional range and payload capacity. Top speed is believed to be around Mach 2.0, though exact specifications are classified. The WS-15 engines currently being developed for the J-20 will give it even more power and make it super cruise capable, meaning it can fly faster than the speed of sound without using afterburners. The jet's active electronically scanned array radar can track multiple targets simultaneously, and its sensor fusion capabilities allow the pilot to see a complete picture of the battlefield in real time. The J-20 carries PL-15 air-to-air missiles, which have an estimated range of 300 kilometers. That's terrifyingly long range, and it puts American fighters at risk even before they get close. Over 200 J-20S are believed to be in service with the Chinese Air Force, and production is ramping up. Western analysts are still trying to figure out exactly how stealthy this jet really is. But one thing is clear: China is now a major player in advanced fighter technology, and that changes the entire global balance of power. But let's get back to jets that have already proven themselves in combat. The Super Hornet is the workhorse of the U.S. Navy, and it's been that way for over 2 decades. This jet does everything: air superiority, ground attack, electronic warfare, aerial refueling. If there's a mission that needs doing, the Super Hornet can handle it. Top speed is Mach 1.8, and the jet has a combat radius of about 450 miles. That might not sound like much compared to some other jets on this list, but the Super Hornet operates from aircraft carriers, which means it doesn't need the same range as land-based fighters. The carrier brings the jet close to the action, and the Super Hornet takes it from there. Over 600 Super Hornets have been built, and they've seen combat in Iraq, Afghanistan, Syria, and Libya. The jet has logged hundreds of thousands of flight hours in hostile environments, and it's proven itself to be reliable, effective, and deadly. The EA-18G Growler variant is dedicated to electronic warfare, jamming enemy radar and communications to clear the way for other aircraft. That makes the Super Hornet family one of the most versatile combat platforms ever created. But versatility is one thing, absolute dominance is another. And that brings us to the top 5. The F-16 is the most widely used fighter jet in the world, with over 4,600 built and flown by more than 25 countries. And there's a reason for that. This jet is affordable, reliable, and absolutely lethal in the right hands. Designed as a lightweight fighter, the F-16 can hit Mach 2.0 and pull 9G turns that would make most pilots black out. The jet's fly-by-wire control system was revolutionary when it was introduced, and it allows for maneuvers that older jets simply couldn't handle. The F-16 can outturn almost anything in the sky, and in close-range dogfights, that agility is everything. The jet carries an M61 Vulcan cannon and can be equipped with a wide variety of missiles and bombs. Newer variants like the F-16V include upgraded radar, avionics, and weapon systems that keep the Fighting Falcon competitive even against much newer designs. What makes the F-16 special isn't just its performance. It's the fact that this jet has been proven in real combat more than almost any other fighter on this list. Pilots trust it, mechanics can fix it, and countries keep buying it because they know it works. Now let's talk about a jet that takes everything the F-16 does and cranks it up to 11. The F-35 is the most expensive weapons program in human history, with total costs expected to exceed $1.7 trillion over its lifetime. And for that price, you get a jet that can do things no other aircraft can. The F-35 comes in 3 variants. The F-35A is the conventional takeoff and landing version used by the Air Force. The F-35B can take off vertically and land like a helicopter, which makes it perfect for Marines operating from amphibious assault ships. And the F-35C has reinforced landing gear and larger wings for carrier operations. All 3 variants share the same core capabilities. The jet is stealthy, with a radar cross-section roughly the size of a golf ball. It can cruise at Mach 1.6 and has a combat radius of about 670 miles. But what really sets the F-35 apart is its sensor fusion. The jet has 6 infrared cameras mounted around the fuselage that give the pilot a 360-degree view of the battlefield. The distributed aperture system allows pilots to literally see through the floor of the aircraft. Combined with the AN/APG-81 radar and advanced electronic warfare systems, the F-35 pilot has access to more information than any fighter pilot in history. Over 1,000 F-35s have been delivered to the U.S. and allied nations, and the jet has been used in combat by the U.S., Israel, and the U.K. It's not perfect. The program has faced delays and cost overruns. But when it comes to raw capability, the F-35 is second only to 2 other jets. And those 2 jets are in a league of their own. Russia's Su-57 is their first true 5th-generation fighter, and it represents everything Moscow has learned about air combat over the past 50 years. This jet is stealthy, fast, and insanely maneuverable. The Su-57 uses thrust vectoring engines that give it 3D maneuverability, meaning it can move in ways that Western jets simply can't match. The jet can supercruise at Mach 1.6 without afterburners and reach a top speed of Mach 2.0 when needed. Its combat radius is estimated at around 1,000 miles, and it can carry a mix of air-to-air and air-to-ground weapons in internal bays to preserve stealth. The N036 Bielka radar system is one of the most advanced in the world, with multiple arrays covering different sectors around the aircraft. The jet can track dozens of targets simultaneously and engage multiple threats at once. The R-37M long-range missile gives the Su-57 the ability to hit targets over 400 kilometers away, which is further than anything America currently fields. Production has been slow. Only about 20 Su-57s are believed to be in service, mostly due to budget constraints and technical challenges. But Russia is continuing to develop the jet, and future variants will include improved engines and avionics. But there's one jet that's even more dangerous. The F-22 Raptor is the most dominant fighter jet ever built, period. This jet was designed to establish total air superiority, and it does exactly that. No other aircraft comes close. The F-22 can supercruise at Mach 1.8 without afterburners, making it faster and more fuel efficient than anything else in the sky. With afterburners engaged, it can hit Mach 2.25. The jet's thrust vectoring engines give it unmatched agility, and the combination of speed, stealth, and maneuverability makes it nearly impossible to defeat in air-to-air combat. Stealth is where the Raptor truly shines. The jet's radar cross-section is so small that enemy radar systems often can't detect it until it's too late. By the time an enemy pilot realizes there's an F-22 nearby, they're already being targeted by AIM-120 AMR AAMS, fired from beyond visual range. The F-22's AN/APG-77 radar can track multiple targets simultaneously while remaining virtually undetectable. The jet's sensor fusion capabilities allow the pilot to see the entire battlefield in real time. And with a combat radius of 460 miles, the Raptor can strike deep into enemy territory and return safely. Only 187 F-22s were built before production ended in 2011, making it one of the rarest fighters in the world. The jet has never been exported, and only U.S. Air Force pilots get to fly it. In training exercises, F-22s routinely achieve kill ratios of 30-to-1 or higher against other fighters. That means for every F-22 lost in simulated combat, it shoots down 30 enemy aircraft. The Raptor has been used in combat over Syria, where it's performed air superiority and strike missions without incident. No F-22 has ever been shot down or even seriously threatened by enemy aircraft, and that track record speaks for itself. So, which fighter jet impressed you the most? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more videos breaking down the machines that rule the modern battlefield. Until next time, stay curious.